This is match number 4 of quarterfinals, game number 1. We are ready to go for the map bans and whatnot. We need the viewers to decide which team bans a map first. So if you want Fluffy Unicorns, aka Daniel EK's team, go ahead and put ones in the chat. If you want the Lost Boys, aka Xanter's team, to ban a map first, put twos in the chat. We'll wait for the delay. I will have a poll up, I believe, for the semifinal, so it'll be a lot easier for everyone and not a delay. Should work pretty well. Yeah. Hey guys, welcome. This is match number Alrighty. We have one person voting for Fluffy Unicorns. It's good enough to go. Cascade Range banned first, okay. We should have Peter Pan getting on for Team Xanter very shortly. We have Cascade Ranged banned for the band. So that's good to know. Alright, first map banned is Cascade Range. We are rehosting so that Peter can join. Big bad fluffy unicorns at it again. Yep. Quite the long horn, it seems. Very big and bad. Actually, in mythical times, the unicorns were actually pretty. Um, I say mythical times, but history in the myths, they're one of the strongest or very dreaded beast. Yeah, Peter, but Peter's back now. Hey, Fair, how's it going? Hey. Alright, I'm gonna jump into Discord and tell them. Hey, Xanter.
Hello?
Hey, can you host and get Peter in first?
Yes. Right now he's in the lobby. We're
What
just
lobby?
waiting on Daniel's team right now.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Alright. Sounds good. Why did they jump out of the Discord?
Because it was bugging. I mean, we couldn't really hear each other. So
Okay. Alright.
they're coming back though. I'm telling them.
Okay. You guys can use my jailed Discord if you guys like. The community Discord. It's a premium server, so it's not gonna mess up as much.
Yeah, they're coming back.
Okay. Hey guys, if Discord's buggy, let me know and I'll have a better server for you guys.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
So, JaiLeD, question. So I have two Wi-Fi connections. One of them is super high speed, but sometimes I cannot join the games with that connection. The other one is like 15 Mbps, but allows me to join lobbies. Should I try with the first one again?
Try with the one that just allows you to connect and we'll see how fast it is.
Okay, that allowed me to connect right now. I'm in the lobby.
Okay, but Black Duck's not able to join.
Okay, so I can try one more thing. So I did the port forwarding thing. Sometimes that fails, so I need to kind of reset my router. I can try that. It's gonna disconnect me for about 2-3 minutes.
Okay. This is why I want you to join a half hour earlier so that we can make sure there's no issues like this. All right, go ahead, do it quick.
All right.
All right.
Let's see.
Yeah, Smurf. Bighorn out of its head definitely has an advantage. What's up? Well, so we have some developments in the tournament. Eris, for those of you that are aware, was not able to make this whole weekend. He scheduled other things in his plans, had other things come up, and was not able to come at all. So he, yeah, despite a month ago having May 2nd, May 3rd as the dates set, he wasn't able to make it. So there's that. And then on top of that, the other teammate, or another teammate for that team, Enki or Alexander, said he wasn't able to make it today. After saying that he was able to make it yesterday. Or after saying that he would be able to make it today, he said he wasn't able to. So that team's disqualified. They weren't able to make the time that they agreed on. So Swiss Sugar automatically advances. It's a shame, but it's what happens. Additionally, we have also Jack that never showed up for Team Xanter. He said that he dropped out of the tournament. This was a lot more professionally handled. About 2 weeks ago, he said that he would not be able to play in the tournament. He wasn't interested in it, so he dropped out. It kind of sucks for his team, but I got a replacement in Peter Pan. He was still unpicked in the tournament, and he was available, and he coordinates well with his teammates. So Xander picked up Peter Pan. Hopefully we'll be getting this game going very shortly. We will see. If this doesn't work with Peter Pan coming back in, I'm going to have everyone restart their internets. Yeah, Cookie Run, I told him to use VPN. I'm sorry that this match was delayed. I told them over half an hour ago to get ready and get in the lobby and get into Discord, but that's just, I don't know, they didn't. So they didn't get in until 5 minutes beforehand, and this is what caused it. So yeah, good reason to jump on and be ready for your match. Oh well, happens, I suppose. Why can you only choose 1080p? Chosen. Hmm. I'm having 0 dropped frames It's looking really good on my end. My stream quality is very good according to what it's showing. Peter's been doing so well, yeah. I have it on low settings already. If you will, chosen. I have it set up so that it's not like super high quality, put it that way. It's the streamer settings instead of the recording settings. ESO's down. .1080 is the only option for me too. Yeah, I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because I was giving that setting. Usually there's more settings, but perhaps I am a higher valued streamer at the moment. Hey, sorry, I am casting this tournament match as soon as it gets going. I do cast for ESOC sometimes too, yeah. But I am casting this 3v3 tournament match. Yep, ESO, their servers are pretty sucky. No way around, like, nothing I can do about that. It sucks. Yep, 3,000 online. More people you have online, the more it's going to do that, but yeah. It was sucky beforehand anyways. Yeah, just is what it is. I'm pretty sure DE will fix that, so I'm really hoping it comes soon. Yay. Alright. Got it working. Finally. Okay, OBS mode. Locked teams. And Cascade range was banned first. Why can't I click OBS mode? Yeah, exactly, Vividly. 3K players is nothing. It's definitely a bad server, that's for sure. I'm really sorry for this, guys. I tried to do everything I could to make it work well. I did everything I could. I've been getting up the day before. I've been notifying the players and letting them know that they have a match the next day. Every single one that we'll be playing, and then a half hour before the games, I've told them to get in Discord and get in a lobby. And this is what happens, anyways. That's a good suggestion, Vividly. If I do that though, then I would have to stop the stream and restart it, which is not ideal. So what I do intend to do is actually have a poll in the chat itself that I'm going to type out and let the players or let the viewers do a poll, and then there shouldn't be a delay. Yeah. Or not much of a delay, at least. This is lovely. I'm trying really hard, guys. Black Duck, Black Duke. Wait, what? Did I say it wrong? No, I was right. It is Black Duck. It's not Black Duke. Herding cats. Alright, so Cascade Range banned. Finally, we're in a game, guys. Going well.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Okay. Cascade Range and DACA banned. Alright, now we do Civ bans. And Daniel's team bans Civ first. Now, the Lost Boys ban Civ now. Ports banned. Alright. Ports banned for Fluffy Unicorns and Japan banned for the Lost Boys. Now we are going to randomize the map. Get that going for you guys. It is DACA and Cascade Range banned. Gonna update the maps there, and here is the map. Manchuria. Manchuria is the first map. Ports is picked, wait. Daniel's team picks Civ first. He did. France. Okay. France picked. Center picked. Alright. France picked by Fluffy Unicorns. Now the Lost Boys picks Ports. Now. Now Fluffy Unicorns picks Civ. This is not the finals, Frosty, sadly. This is quarterfinals. Hey Robot, how's it going? So long story short, we have alright, Brits. So we have France, Brits, Ports, Brits, and then Dutch also picked up. I will explain the story very shortly. So basically, we had several players Friday night telling me that they can't make quarterfinals May 2nd, even though they had a full month to know that they could do it. It was partly because of scheduling issues. They knew for a week when their match would start, but they didn't realize it, I guess, or whatever. I let them know, but they didn't realize until the night before. So quick decision made by the tournament committee. Saturday and Sunday is when we're going to do quarterfinals, and then semifinals and finals next week. So that's what's happening with semifinals, finals, and quarterfinals. Yeah. So this is the last match of quarterfinals. This is Team Fluffy Unicorns versus Team The Lost Boys. This is Manchuria map. Very good map. Lots of different options available. Lots of different aspects for it. Next week is the semifinals and finals. Black Duke. Yeah. So this map, hopefully it's... Ah, man. These people are having...
Are you ready?
Yeah, you fell for Cookie's lie. Yeah, it's next weekend. So yeah, Manchuria. Good map. Lots of different options available. We have French, British, Dutch versus Ports, Dutch, British. Xanter's Ports is definitely something that is well known. Additionally, we have French, British, and Dutch for fluffy unicorns. For the civilizations, it's basically French versus Ports, that being the difference between the teams. I like Ports there a little bit more, for sure. But it's probably going to be Ports on C and Brits on C for the other team, which is basically going to make it French and Dutch versus Brits and Dutch, which is pretty close. Brits have a little bit better boom than French, but the French have really good units too. We'll see how it comes out. British also have a little bit better goons than French. We'll see if that makes a difference. It looks like the map generation is pretty fair. I'm very grateful for that. Just make sure everyone has their starting haunt. Yep. Starting haunt and 2 mines. Everyone has it. Looking good. Alright. So we are about to get into game number 1 here. Looking at the recalculated economic unit population. And yeah. I'm excited for this. This is the last last match of quarterfinals. Next week we are going to have some more matches, semifinals and finals on Saturday and Sunday. That's the 9th and the 10th, May 9th, May 10th. We are getting into game. It is working. Hopefully it's not too laggy. Yeah, there we go. Good. Looking good. All right. So, looking at the map, the TP line can spawn like this or behind each team. This makes it a little bit more advantageous, I think, for players that plan on fighting on land a little bit earlier, contesting land. I think you're joking, Black Duke. Since when can you hire more than 2 teams? What do you mean by that, 360 Wadka? Alright, so we can look at the economic units. See how many cows are picked up. 5 currently for fluffy unicorns and 2 for the Lost Boys. Obviously no military units coming out yet. Shipments, none sent so far. We can look and see if anybody has picked decks. We do have a deck out from Warno. He has some warship cards, but otherwise pretty much just H2 and H3 cards. It looks like he may be going for infantry more. It's an interesting choice. I wouldn't necessarily expect that. Especially if Ports is going C for his team. Cav would be more important. Especially if the opponent's going Cav. I mean, Musketeers and Skirms is an option, of course, but if your opponent is raiding and you don't have any stable units to counter the raids, then that can be rough. I see what you're saying, 360 Wadka. In EP patch, that's ESOC patch, you are able to do that. Sorry for that, guys. Yep. Yeah. Nicias explained it. So looking at the map, we can look at decks now. Everyone should have picked a deck. There we go. So we have, you can contrast the 2 British decks. One has some warships. The other has some more economic units, economic upgrades. Looking at Dutch deck, we can compare the two Dutch decks. Team 2 Privateers is interesting. Pretty similar. We see Peter as having no advanced arsenal. In my opinion, I would rather have that than like infantry attack or something. But he's got 4 villagers, doesn't have 2 warships. Yeah, pretty similar decks in all reality, except age 3, we have Swiss Pikes and Black Riders. Very good shipments, especially if you're going a lot of skirmishers. Looking at Xanter's deck. Yep, as expected, he has a C deck. Good deck there. We can look at France's deck. Just standard land deck. Looking at the decks, we have Fluffy Unicorns is not having any C deck besides a couple warships, and just one warship card actually. Just the Team 2 Privateers. So they should be putting some pressure early. If they don't, and they let a free boom happen on C by the other team, they can lose hard. Alright, so looks pretty close. Alright. Let's see, we do have a trade post out from Daniel's team. For Daniel. As far as the age ups go, Brits are pretty close in age up times. Warno a bit slower. We can go to economic units real quick and see how many villagers each team has. 19 out for Warno and 20 out from Black Duck, 21 rather from Warno now. So he's a little bit ahead on the villagers. Xanter has 14 currently, Peter Pan 13 as opposed to Riot Coke's 15. So it looks like Riot Coke aged up with a couple more. As far as the Yaks go, I believe it's Yaks, maybe it's Water Buffaloes. We have it's Yaks, a lot more for Team Fluffy Unicorns. I think their goal was to use the, oh, that's nice, triple shot. Free stable. That's nice. So we'll see how the Lost Boys plays this. They are getting their military production buildings out right now. We see that Fluffy Unicorns has a fairly forward FB, forward base. If the Lost Boys decided to go C really hard, they could lose the game. But if they don't go C hard enough, the Water Buffalo, the Yaks could pay off. It's around 9 minutes or so is when they start fattening. So we'll see what happens by then. Yeah. Looking at the map, Daniel is going for his second trade post, but it's closer to the enemy. He's going fairly boom heavy. We have a second barracks coming out for Black Duck. No second barracks out from Warno. It's not always standard to do a second barracks. I think they might be putting pressure really hard, really early. Yeah. Team Riot Coke. Yep. Alrighty. Looking at the map we can go to military units real quick. 15 musketeers, 10 skirmishers, 5 hussar versus 5 hussar, 9 musketeers and 4 skirmishers. So a little bit more by Fluffy Unicorns. But if they don't build more, like if they don't fall farther behind, then perhaps they could do all right. Defender's advantage is a real thing, and they I think that's the bank wagon, yeah. So if the defenders are able to not fall behind farther in military units on the field, then they should be fine. We'll see what happens though. It's a good mass of musketeers. We do have the second barracks out. 19 musketeers to 23. 20 skirmishers to 9 currently. I think that's the difference of aging up with 2 less vills. You can age up a bit sooner, but your economy suffers a little bit. Looks like there's a bit of a cavalry advantage for Xanter, though, over Daniel. 9 to 8, but Daniel does have the yaks that are already fattened, so 8 minutes. I guess it's only for China that the villages don't fatten as fast in age 1. So yeah, we have some yaks already fattened. Let's see if he eats them soon, though. He also has 3 trade posts, so fairly heavy economic approach from that. Whoa! Thank you, Black Duck. Dude, $10, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate it a lot, man. That's amazing to me. Like, the support from the community has been astounding. I am so glad to be representing the AoE 3 team team game community. This fight is pretty rough. The skirmisher is definitely out of position here for Peter Pan. He's been firing on cavalry the whole time, while Right Cook has been able to fire mostly on the musketeers. The cavalry numbers from Team Xanter definitely played a role, though. Looking at the military, it is definitely more for... man, that was really close. Alright, so good pop of the musketeers. The military is definitely more for fluffy unicorns, but they also they're against the defender's advantage, so we'll see if that plays a role. It's pretty close now, 50 to 43, but any more units coming in are not involved in the fight right away. So looking at it, we have 4 banks out and 4 banks out. So they're on the same amount of banks now. Looking at the villagers, we can look at that. We have 20 to 27 without let's look at units lost, see how many villagers. Peter's lost 2 villagers. I suppose some idle TC time in there too. Seems like that's what the difference was. But okay. The musketeers can't go on like this versus the skirmishers. It's not good. Alright, so Xanter's mixing in some musketeers. Is that yeah, it's probably a card. We'll go back to military units real quick for you guys. Yeah, that was a card. 6 musketeers. That's good. Perhaps the skirmishers would have been better. They need some more light infantry in the mix, but yeah, it's a catch-22. Looks like there's a little bit of raiding going on onto Xanter. He's on a lot of wood right now. I mean, look at his deck real quick. That's interesting. Go back to shipments sent. Peter Pan has sent 700 wood and 600 wood. And he used the bank wagon. Okay. We'll see how that plays out. Peter Pan is the sub for Jack. Peter Pan is a 2nd lieutenant. Jack was a major, I believe. So definite disadvantage there for their team. Jack signed up for the tournament, and then a couple weeks later said that he wasn't able to do anything in the tournament at all. So definitely a shame. Makes it really sad for his team. But it is what it is. we had to get, or we didn't have to get a sub, but they're happy to pick up Peter Pan, and definitely the underdogs in this match. We'll see if they can make it work though. If you watched the game yesterday, our team took game number 1 versus Haza, so you can definitely make some comebacks, some underdogs games happen. But yeah, we didn't win the match yesterday, but oh well. Looking at the fighting, it looks like team the Lost Boys is significantly behind at this point. They just lower numbers. Peter Pan not having the okay, Xanter's out. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, ports didn't go C. I think alright, we'll look at some of the post-game stats. I think if ports had gone C really early, at least built the dock and shipped like 700 wood, 600 wood, it might have been enough to make a difference. We'll see though. Or we won't see, rather. Looking at the combat XP differences, Warno did really well in getting a lot of musketeers out and doing well, but Riot Coke doing even more. Look at military units killed. Warno once again did really well. We'll look at the resources gathered. Pretty even. Peter a little bit farther down. I think he maybe should work on his build order. I'm not sure. He did really well for a second lieutenant, but definitely hard. Yeah, Peter Pan's awesome. No one don't put Peter Pan down. He is the biggest supporter from day number 1 of the tournament team games, and he has done everything he can to support everyone. Yeah, looking at the villager population there for team stats, definitely advantage early for Daniel, but with the ports TCs, I think they made it back. Yeah, really close. Peter Pan shipped 4 vills. I would have done bank before that, but I don't feel like 4 vills is the worst option if it's a prolonged age 2 fight. If you don't have a whole lot of units / you're losing a lot of units early, like you lose a lot of units over time. It's hard to, and just with how the match goes, you don't build up a lot of skirms. The skirmisher attack isn't as useful early. So you can ship like 3 vills, 700 wood, 600 wood, or bank. 8 pikes in there somewhere. 4 vills is an option, but it does have to be used. There's only certain games where it is really good. That concludes game number 1. We will get into the next game shortly. He is lower level Smurf, but he's been trying really hard, and he replaced a major, which is a shame. But he's been doing his best and trying really hard. He's been communicating well, helping his team out as much as he could. I think they have, alright, so the Lost Boys picks map. Fluff Unicorns picks Civ first. It's BO3. Best of 3. Russia is picked up. Who is stream sniping? So we have Russia picked up. right, Russia and India. All right, so India picked up by the Lost Boys. Interesting. India is always a civ that can do okay. The maps that they do really well on is livestock maps, water maps, heavy crate maps, those kind of maps. So this map has none of that. We'll see. They're still pretty decent though. So we have Russia and Sioux picked up by Fluffy Unicorns, and currently only India picked up by the Lost Boys. France picked up. Okay, Aztec picked up by Fluffy Unicorns. So we have Aztec, Sioux, and Russia. Interesting. Interesting civilizations. You don't see those every day. Could be a hard rush. We'll see. India is his most common played, is Peter Pan's most common played civilization. Yeah. Game number 1 was won by Fluffy Unicorns. Fair. So we have Brits, India, and France versus Russia, Sioux, and Aztec. Alrighty. Brits, India, France. So India can do an agra, and it will provide a defensive advantage. Sioux having bow riders, they should have the advantage when it comes to raiding. Aztec and Russia is really interesting though. Perhaps we might see something like bow riders, maces, and Cossack, or something like maces and pikes, and then Russia goes strelets. Could even see coyote runners and strelets. We'll see. Yeah. Yeah. On the other hand, Brits, India, and France have the much better boom civilizations. So their economy should be better naturally. We'll see if Fluffy Unicorns can punish the Lost Boys better eco though early enough. One thing that is to note is that Aztecs does have Team 3 villagers. They also have Team 2 warrior priests. So their economy early will do pretty well. The Team 2 warrior priests benefits Sioux just as much as Aztec. Yeah. All right, this is game number 2, match number 4 of the quarterfinals between Fluffy Unicorns and the Lost Boys. The map is Iowa. We have Russia, Sioux, and Aztecs versus British, Indians, and French. Should be very interesting map. The map generation is very fair. And that's actually the most fair I've seen for Iowa. Very nice. Let me make sure. I'm going to double check that all the that every player starts with a mine and a hunt. Once this gets over, whoa. 2 mines and a hunt. Oh, hunt and a half looks good. 2 mines, hunt and a half. 2 mines, hunt and a half. 2 mines, hunt and a half. Peter has it also. And then Warno has also. Very good map generation. Wonderful. Alright. Hopefully this will work with Xanter's PC. Record game on EP just doesn't usually work for whatever reason. It usually works on RE, doesn't usually work on EP. It could be a really hard rush. Azisu, Russia. It could be a really hard rush. You're right. It is worth it to note that the Agra coming out early could do a lot. I'm gonna check Discord to see Xanter's not saying
Yes.
anything. Yeah, it appears that it is Xanter. I'm going to wait just a moment more. Alright, and that is why we don't record games with Xanter on EP for whatever reason. We're going to have to get that fixed before he's in future tournaments. After he had already signed up, after he had selected a team, we found out that this was an issue. And so the tournament committee decided that we would not record the games with him, but he's definitely going to need to fix it for future tournaments. Alright, we'll get back into the game shortly. Xanter, go ahead and get into the game when you can. It looks like Xanter's restarting his game real quick. Hey guys, Xanter's coming back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
I was in the lobby. The game was just freezing out for me.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
It was recorded accidentally.
I mean, I don't care, but I was actually in the lobby, and I saw what you guys were talking about. I just couldn't do anything. Apparently.
Alright, all good. We'll get it started very shortly. Have fun.
Thanks.
So no record game, and here we go. This is game number 2, match number 4 of the quarterfinals between Fluffy Unicorns and the Lost Boiz. Alright, looking at this map, it's also a pretty fair map generation. Is there a bison around here? Why does it look like that on the minimap? 4. Okay, it's basically 3. Alright, so it is fair. This second hunt for Xanter basically is, yeah, is right here. So it's really just 1, 2, 3 hunts in the back and 1, 2, 3 hunts in the back. So it is fair in that sense. We are getting into the game. Yeah, sorry, Winui. Ted's team was disqualified. 2 of their 4 players did not show up. Yeah. It's a shame, but that's what happens. We're getting into this game. Here we go. Alright, so let's see. We can look at the civilizations real quick. It is Russia, Aztec, and Sioux for fluffy unicorns. There's definitely a hard rush potential there. They also have a really good anti-cav as the game progresses, along with Russia being really good, really solid with their strelets. For the other team, we have France, India, and Brits. Their economy should be better, but they don't have as much rush potential. I'll see what they do with it. Looking at Peter Pan, India is a very good defensive civilization. Being able to put down the Agra early and doing really well with that. Let me do that. And yeah, so looking at it, we have it looks like it was a wood start. It was a wood start. So we have a house and a fire pit out. Something that is really nice to do as Aztec, if you have a wood start, is to go and get a TP right away with your hero, and then if you get like a wood treasure or a decent wood treasure, you can build a fire pit also age 1. If not, you can just use your warrior priest to help take treasures and whatnot. It is a market start for Daniel. We'll see how many villagers he ups on. He does not have hunting dogs yet. Okay, so he didn't chop for that. Chop some wood for that. Is he picking up? He's picking up a wood treasure right now, so he should be getting that. He did get it, didn't he? Yeah, I did. Okay. Looking at Sioux, it was a wood start. Okay, he chopped for a trade post. So a little bit more of a economic approach from Fluffy Unicorns. On the other hand, we have France for Warno. He went with a trade post start. British went with a market. Got hunting dogs. Interesting. 1 manor market start. Interesting. Okay. And then one thing that is to note, he didn't have to chop any wood for that. With 300 wood, you're able to build a manor and do a market. And if he got some coin ups, he'd be able to get that too. Perhaps another manor right away would have been better, just due to the having an extra vill being better than hunting dogs. If we look at it, well, I believe it's a 10% faster increase to gathering hunts, to food gathering. It might be 15%. Go ahead and let me know, guys. I'm going to actually look that up real quick. I should know that. I just know that it boosts it. Alright, it is a 10% faster, yes. So 10% faster increased. It is, I mean, 1 more villager early might be better. And then get hunting dogs in transition. I don't know. One thing that is really nice is if you get some coin treasures, you can buy some wood and build some more manors. Yeah. Looking at the rest of the map, it looks like everyone's aging pretty normal time. Sue is definitely late to aging, though. Perhaps he could have built some... I mean, the trade post is really nice. Probably isn't... That's probably better than what I'm about to say, but one option would be to build some TPs and boost your eco with that, age 1. Could also theoretically get hunting dogs if, you know, it worked out right. Alright, so we have a little bit of a fight going on here between the treasure steal. Alright, let's see. I'm really curious. Okay, so the aggro came out there. We have the blockhouse up here for Russia. Sue looks like he's gonna just forward base home. And Aztecs. Okay, so he aged with the 2 war huts and is sending them forward. Alright. So double block. So we're gonna have 4 blockhouses out, or 4 defensive buildings out here. Sue is just aged up. The wood is sitting on the ground, gathering it now, and a corral is going up right here. Okay. Looking at the units or the military shipments, it's pretty much what is expected from everyone. Yeah. 700 wood. Second shipment as Aztecs means that he could be going for some really early aggression. Alternatively, with having the 2 war huts out, I don't know why you would send 700 wood for any other reason. Of course, you could get market ups and whatnot, but those are pretty cheap. I wouldn't focus on sending 700 wood just to get market ups. You only get the hunting dogs and the placer mines in age 1 as a native civilization. All right, yeah, there we go. So we see coyote runners, strelets, and then that is a 4 axe shipment out from Sue. Probably going to be building bow riders also. Yes, he is. Looks like it's going to be cavalry, sepoy, and longbow for Team the Lost Boys. Alrighty, so we got raids coming in from both sides. How this picked up could make a big difference. Peter Pan is... We'll see how fast he reacts to this. It can be really... It's really important that he reacts pretty fast. I think he sees... We'll look at it. Yeah, you should see those coyote runners. A little bit of a late reaction, but also a... not using the coyotes. Just them just standing there. It looks like the Fluffy Unicorns is just putting pressure on the map with raids. There is 30 strelets out. We're going to look at military units real quick. It is 30 for Daniel. And the coyote runners come back in. Peter Pan is on top of it. Good job. But he's not on the right-hand side. Those villagers should make it. We can look at units lost. I think he's lost 1 villager. Yeah, just 1 villager. We'll go back to shipments sent for you guys. So there's a few longbows out. Looking at the recalculated economic unit population, definite advantage for the Lost Boys, but it's still pretty close. Military advantage way in the lead for Fluffy Unicorns, but a lot of those is the Strelets and also the Coyote Runners, who are not very population efficient. Neither of those are. The Sepoy going in though, that's really bad positioning. Oh, what happens here? Those are all gonna go down. That's really, really a shame. All of those Sepoy going down. That's rough. That's really rough. So, are all of his villagers in the TC? That could be GG if the... Yeah, this could be GG pretty soon. We'll see. I like the amount of pikes out, but if you go on pikes, you probably should be having your India teammate going a lot of Gurkha. Longbows coming forward. The cavalry are not going to connect because of the pikes. It looks like there's maybe a bit of a delay. They're going to need to make something happen, though. Can't lose all those villagers in that TC, that's for sure. Villagers pop out for a bit. And some of them going down. Definitely rough for the Lost Boys. Let me close this real quick. That is... yeah, I don't see how the Lost Boys win this fight. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see how the Lost Boys win this fight. Yeah, yeah, pretty close. Props to Peter for trying to come in and replace a major, but we can look at the economy difference. It's definitely in favor of Fluffy Unicorns at the moment, but it's only 8 difference in reality. So if they can get enough units out and defend well enough, perhaps they still have a chance. We can look at economic units, and you can see what everyone has there. Pretty good numbers out from Xantor and Warno, but definitely having to make up for the numbers from Fluffy Unicorns. The military advantage is just so much in the favor of Fluffy Unicorns. I don't know that they're going to be able to do a whole lot. Yeah, Shivaji. I will work on that. I'm going to have to create some sort of image for each team, or at least a name. I can do that though, Shivaji. I will do that for semifinals. I'll do that for you guys. Looking at the fight, it is... I don't know. I don't know that the defender's advantage is really real, and the aggro is doing a lot. But I think it's just too much. The villagers gathering and going down a little bit. The bow riders come in and finally clean up. All right, Xantor's out. Okay, GG. Alrighty, we'll look at some of the post-game stats real quick. This was a quick match, I think the quickest match yet. But props to Peter Pan for coming in and trying to fill the shoes of a major. He did really, really well. Yeah. Awful team hunts. It was fair though, right, Coke? Yeah. Looking at the military population and military count, we can look at that. Units killed. The Strelets did a lot of work there. Definitely some villagers and whatnot in there. Combat XP. Yeah, we can see that. We can look at the military unit population. This is obviously going to be skewed in favor of the Strelets and the Coyote Runners, but we can take a look at it. Yeah, so we'll look at villager population real quick for you guys too. and then resources gathered. It was actually very close on resources gathered. Villager population for team stats is actually pretty close up until about right here. There's also the effect of France having better villagers, so it's actually a little bit probably of an advantage. Yeah, good games. That concludes match number 4. The quarterfinals are completed. I will get an updated bracket for you guys shortly, but I am also going to show you guys the current quarterfinals bracket. I'm gonna put this on screen for you guys. It is, here we go. It is Team Haza and Jammin. They faced off. Haza won. They won 2-1. It was actually a pretty good match. A pretty good match. The first game, Jammin won, and then game number 2, Haza won. Game number 3 was I let my team down and I messed up a revolt. Really good games. The Grills versus Pinky and the Brains. We had the Grills winning. All of these games you can watch on my past broadcasts. I'm also going to be uploading them to YouTube. Swiss Sugar automatically advances due to 2 players not being available for FIC. And then Fluffy Unicorns and Team Xanter just played. Fluffy Unicorns advanced. Let's take a look at the chat real quick, see if there's anyone. No. Okay, so not a whole lot going on in that. Good games. The next matches are going to be next weekend. It's going to be Saturday the 9th and Sunday the 10th. I will get exact times to you on the schedule. I'm going to want to check with the players, make sure that they can do it before they get into that. Looks good. All right, so that concludes the games for today, the tournament matches for today. We are going to have more. I will be streaming every evening like I always do, and I'll also be streaming during the days if you guys are interested in my own games. Thank you so much for the support, Black Duke. The $10 is really appreciated. You're 3 a.m. watching the stream. Good on you, Frosty. Appreciate it. We are going to have more games, more matches, like I was saying. And if you guys are interested in watching my my own streams of my own gameplay and just team games, you're welcome to do that too. Thank you so much for all the support. I'm going to send you guys over to another Age of Empires 3 player. I'm going to send you guys... Who do you guys want to go to? Give you anxiety? I think I'll send you guys over there. So you guys have a good one. Thank you so much for all the support, and I will see you guys. I'll see you guys later.